I'm interested in the idea of like landscape as like a speculative thing in art, like that we can create a world and then see what happens within that thought experiment of that world. If we create a world, what kind of things would live there? How would things function? What would be the economics? What would be the social relations? That's the thing. I mean, that's not to say that the landscapes I use are not in some ways based on or sometimes completely borrowed from real life. Like I've made a lot of artworks that include direct images that have been drawn or like filmed and adapted from where I live in Gateshead. Take the Moonlight by the Tail, the artwork / game that's included in Hinterlands, includes a number of images that are from things like a nature reserve near where I live and from the castle in Newcastle. It talks a lot about like different kind of things that actually do exist, even if they are kind of presented in such an unreliable and distorted way. So landscape turns up quite a lot in there. It's something I'm really interested in. It forms this like part of a development of ideas. It can be like part of the system that you kind of set in place and then see what can grow from it. You create the landscape and you kind of then develop like the different lines of social and ecological things and systems and interacting layers that can appear over the top of that. So landscape's like a thing that I think about a lot in my work, and it turns up in all kinds of things. Like often when I write narratives, I will draw the world before I write the narrative within it. I draw a map of where the thing's going to take place and then think about like, well, what would happen in this situation? Some of that's like about getting internal kind of like logic correct, but some of it's just about like letting this thing generate its own material.